Today is Sunday, November the 16th, 2025. My name is Thom, and this is your AmCon and ReadyCore Daily Brief. On today's show, how teamwork during preparation builds confidence, calm, and the heart of a real hometown. But first, let's get you up to speed with the latest from the ASAT team and today's Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for November the 16th, 2025. Up first today, new research highlights promising advances in psychedelic-assisted therapies for mental health treatment. Psychedelic compounds like psilocybin and MDMA have shown potential to rapidly and effectively improve conditions such as depression and PTSD by enhancing brain neuroplasticity and strengthening key neural pathways. These therapies may offer longer-lasting relief than traditional medications. However, federal drug classifications currently limit broader access, though several states are moving toward legalizing supervised therapeutic use. Moving on, Stellantis is recalling nearly 113,000 Jeep vehicles across the U.S. The recall affects the 2024 and 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4xe and Grand Cherokee 4xe models due to sand contamination found in engines produced between mid-2023 and early 2025. This contamination can cause engine failure and raises fire risks. Vehicle owners are advised not to drive or park affected vehicles outdoors until repairs are available, with notifications expected by the end of December. Next, as Thanksgiving approaches, health officials are warning about increased risks of foodborne illness during holiday gatherings. Large meal preparations, prolonged food exposure at room temperature, and common unsafe handling practices create ideal conditions for harmful bacteria like Salmonella and Clostridium perfringens to thrive. Experts urge proper thawing methods, strict separation of raw poultry from other foods, thorough cooking to 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and regular cleaning of hands and surfaces to reduce contamination. In supply chain news, the U.S. beef market remains tight due to tariff-induced import restrictions coupled with decades-low cattle herd numbers. Tariffs on beef imports from countries like Brazil and Australia have reduced supply and pushed prices higher by 12 to 18% year over year. President Trump recently rolled back several agricultural tariffs in an effort to ease cost pressures. However, underlying supply constraints mean beef prices are expected to stay elevated for the foreseeable future. Finally, nationwide protest activity continues with events scheduled today in multiple cities, including Anaheim, Seattle, Durango, and locations across California. Attendees and nearby residents are urged to remain alert, be aware of exits, and report any suspicious activity to authorities and the ISAT team via the appropriate communication channels. Turning to the weather, Southern California is expected to see additional heavy rainfall on Monday, raising concerns about flash flooding and the risk of rock slides. An atmospheric river currently brings gusty winds, moderate to heavy rain, and potential flooding through Sunday, with heavy snow at elevations above 7,000 feet in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Northern New York, the Great Lakes region, and interior New England will experience a wintry mix with several inches of snow in higher elevations. Meanwhile, Texas is experiencing well above normal to record-breaking warmth extending into early next week. Residents in these areas should stay informed and take necessary precautions. Also of note, the AmCon calendar includes a free immunity-building workshop on November the 19th in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. This hands-on event will teach participants how to make natural remedies such as fire cider and elderberry syrup to boost immunity during winter. Registration is available at Prepare Morgan County's website. Members can access the American Contingency Members-Only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
After this week's conversations about teamwork, training, and preparation, I wanted to end on something simple and maybe a little bit personal. Because if there's one thing we've seen over and over again, it's this. Practice doesn't make you ready. It makes you confident. Preparedness isn't about living in fear of what might happen. It's about being confident with whatever does. Every time you run a drill or fix a gap or walk through a what if, you're not just building capability, you're building confidence. And when families and teams do that together, something bigger happens. You start to trust not just your plan, but each other. That's where real calm comes from. You don't have to wonder who's got your back or whether you'll know what to do. You've already seen it, felt it, and practiced it together. That's why ReadyCore isn't just about emergency response. It's about community response. We practice because it makes us ready. It makes us strong. But we do it together because that's what makes us human. It's what makes our neighborhoods more than just clusters of houses. It's what makes them hometowns. Every time you practice, you're writing a small piece of that story. You're reminding yourself and your neighbors that peace doesn't come from control. Lots of things we can't control, but it comes from connection, from being ready not just as individuals, but as families and teams and communities. And that's where we're headed next week, into the hometown, because that's where preparedness really lives, right outside your front door in the people you trust and the place you call home. So today I want you to take a few quiet minutes to reflect on what you practiced this week and what it gave you. Was it confidence, calm, connection, anxiety? Write it down, share it with your neighbors, or talk about it with a family over dinner. Reflection is part of preparedness as well. All right, when we chat tomorrow, we'll start a brand new week and a brand new theme, our hometown. Because preparedness starts with people, but it lives in the places we build together. Thanks for listening to today's AmCon Daily Brief. Members, you'll find today's resources on the members-only website and in your phone app. If you're not a member yet, you can be. Just head over to AmericanContingency.com and join the network today. And if you found value in this podcast, help spread the word by sharing it with someone close to you. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.